Twuggle versus JagWarrior. They both drafted their home maps first, and then an alternative one, Mediterranean and Nomad. And then, interestingly, both ended up sniping the other's non-home map, which is quite interesting. But I suppose Nomad is very different to High Tides, whereas actually High Tides and Bay are not too dissimilar. And Mediterranean is quite a bit different, I suppose, compared to Bay and High Tides. And then there were some bans, and we were left with Arabia. So it should be Arabia game 1, as far as I'm aware. And then we had some hidden bans. Kind of interesting set of civs here. It's not a set of civs that I would associate with JagWarrior's play, because I've seen him play a lot of Lithuanians and Mongols and stuff. Georgians would sort of fit that as well. Twuggle, meanwhile, I suppose it's gone for Byzantines, very good for Bay. I think maybe we see Huns on... I could see Huns on Arabia or High Tides. Vietnamese is an interesting one. Hindustanis is very strong everywhere. Maybe Hindustanis is for Arabia. JagWarrior is just heavy on the cavalry civs though, whereas we've got Byzantines a lot more trash archer focus. We do have camels. Vietnamese obviously very focused on archer play as well, but 3 good CA civs here actually, so we will see. Let's hop into game 1. Thanks, DE. And it is Arabia. Let's just change my... the scene to capture age. And let's enable the scoreboard. Let's get the flags on as well. Twoggle's American, I think, isn't he? And I believe JagWarrior is... oh wait, there we go, here we go. There we go, best of 3. Division K, semi-final, there we go. And we're away. The first map of the first set of the semi-final. We got some classic Arabia to take us off with. Both of these guys, clearly, neither of them picked this map, but neither of them avoided this map. And so we ended up here. A true neutral ground, I would say. And Twuggle has gone for the Vietnamese. An interesting pick. I do like the Vietnamese a lot. And JagWarrior, meanwhile, has gone for the Georgians. The Georgians are super strong. And this free mule cart is actually busted. And we'll see if JagWarrior is going to go for the build order where you just put like everything on food till about 16, 17 vils. And then click up without taking like any wood, because I think with 2 houses and a 3 houses and a mill or something, you don't actually need to take any wood in Dark Age, so you can get some crazy fast up times. Twuggle, meanwhile, Vietnamese, a bit of a lesser thought of civ, very strong though. They do get halberdier, which could come in handy against the Georgians. I think they get pretty solid monks as well, which will be nice as well. They do have their own cavalry options. They get bloodlines, and the CA are super strong, very tanky CA. But one of the best bits of the Vietnamese, in my opinion, is how easy it is to get those eco upgrades, because they're discounted. It just makes life very smooth to get the eco going. So Georgian's super powerful, but it's actually quite a tricky build if you're really abusing it. And it looks like JagWarrior isn't going to super abuse that. He's just going to go a bit more standard, which is pretty forgivable if you're not comfortable doing that super fast, what is it, 16, 17 pop-up time. Then more than happy. Just 2 onward, which is probably a good start. But yeah, we'll see if Twuggle goes for an archer opening. He does have gold forward. There is good gold back, and this space is looking quite nice to wall. Actually, I think not too bad. Pretty safe. JagWarrior is a bit more open on the front and on this side, so it's a little bit unfortunate that his easy to wall side is the back. But this gold could be nice and safe if we get this wall down here and wall into the TC. So could be a pretty good game. Could be a pretty good game. I definitely would favour the Georgians here, though. I think it's just it's such a good civ. I know people say it's busted and stuff, but I don't think it's quite busted. It's certainly very strong though. And ooh, unlucky though, losing the Vil to the elephant. Luckily the elephant didn't de-aggro. He tried the palisade trick, so you have to respect that, and didn't lose a second, thankfully. But yeah, racked up a little bit of idle time as well at the same time with that bit of a chaos, so slightly rough start for JagWarrior. We'll see if he can bring it back. He's going to be looking for early damage and some nice small walls coming down. Oof. Harassment from the scout as well. So yeah, Vietnamese obviously know where their enemy is. It's good for laming, good for early aggression. You don't have to. You can push deer, and you know you could have pushed these deer and still known where his enemy was and gone for like man at arms or militia or a drush. Or even it's just useful when you're getting archers out as well. But we'll see if Twuggle goes for archers. I actually think Scouts is very good with Vietnamese as well, because you can get the horse color upgrade really easily. You're just motoring on what's it called, and actually JagWarrior first to click up, and it's going to be in Feudal Age first, and he has skipped Loom for the time being. I hope he's going to queue that immediately after. As if that TC hits that. TCs don't hit anything these days, but it hits that. Like, that's crazy. Bit of unlucky. Second lumber camp coming down as well. But Twiggle's kind of gone actually for the barracks as his second building. He hasn't got a mill yet. He's gonna need one. And yeah, Twiggle's got up quite late, I suppose. 23 pop. I would. It's not super late, but it's not. Certainly not as quick as this 20 pop from JagWarrior. I suppose 20 pop with the one lost. It's maybe about 21. And he's getting some walls. We'll get some walls down eventually. So, good start. And he's actually going to go to stone, so that's interesting. And he is going for the stable himself. I would have liked the stable in line with the walls. Just to take these and then drop it there. A bit of a 2-for-1, and very interesting walls coming down from Twuggle. He's got the small walls, but if you think about it, with nothing underneath this TC, there is no, there's no threat of the TC. And Twuggle actually skipped Loom as well, I didn't realise. So, 2 Loom skippers. I would like to see JagWarrior get it sooner rather than later. I hope he knows what he's doing, because for getting Loom in a tournament semi-final would not be ideal. And yeah, getting the gate down is where. Good call, and that Vil could die if he gets spotted, but... Ooh. Just gets away with it. We do have scouts out. Looking for blood. Twuggle making archers on the other side. And yeah, okay. Loom's coming in, but they can... Scout can still take a loomed Vil. And it's going to be a second range for Twuggle. So he's going to have to go hard on the gold. And he hasn't made any spears yet, even though his opponent is Georgians. And he will see the scout now, so he hadn't actually scouted the stable. So maybe a nice move for JagWarrior to build it back a bit, if that's what he was thinking. And yeah, there are the spears. We have got 3 scouts out, so these could cause some damage if they can find their way in. But Twuggle is getting the walls down quick. He's still open behind, and over to this side as well. We'll see if JagWarrior clicks through. Eco count slightly in Twoggle's favour. He's just got a bit less idle TC time, and scouts come in, but really fast with the walls, and that's going to be 1 dead Vil. Probably. Maybe 2, actually. So there's another scout coming. I don't think we'll see any crazy quick walls, as much as I'd like it. A nice early damage for JagWarrior. He needed that after a slightly rough start with the boar. And he's getting his farms going. No farms yet for Twuggle, and he is only got 3 on food, and they're on berries as well. He has got quite a lot of archers though, but they don't have fletching yet. There are 5 scouts, but they can't quite take this against 2 spears. Spears coming in. The TC fending off. 1 scout goes down. JagWarrior trying to get some damage. Back straight out. The archers are here now to defend. And you got to run with these scouts. These are Georgian scouts though, they are going to heal up. You definitely don't want to lose them. Oh, 1 spear goes down. Really nice micro there actually. He did very well not to lose a scout. And Twuggle just so low on food, he's going to buy a little bit just to get the TC rolling. He knows how important this is. And this base layout it's functional, but it's very awkward, I'm not going to lie. Ah, hey Zved, how's it going? We've been a bit delayed on these, but we're getting through both the semis today. I think I'll do the final on Thursday. And yeah, JagWarrior's stone. Gone for a couple of towers. He knows that the archers are on the way. He's gone for a tower over here at the back. He's getting a tower down at the front. This could be denied though, actually. Could get a bit awkward. Still no fletching, but there's a lot of archers here. They're gonna run away. Could pull in some fresh Vils. It's okay. Unfortunately, well, I don't know who wins the final. Actually, I don't know who. I obviously know who's in the final, but I don't know the score of either of these games or who wins what map. So we're only partly spawned. Now fletching's in. These villagers do not want to finish that. Oh, this is rough because this watchtower's only at 60%, and I think that was 2 dead Vils there, maybe 3. And the scouts just healing up in the corner, but it's just too many archers to handle the scouts. JagWarrior really needs a range and to yeah, get the house wall down. Needs to tap that. This house won't survive very long, and the spear is doing some work on the wall. I think when you see double range, you have to commit the range yourself to go for spears. Not spears, for skirms. And This is a dangerous amount of archers. Twuggle liked his archer play. We saw some really sick archer play on Quarry before, I think, where he was Ethiopians. And yeah, both ranges are pumping, and the food count is looking real good as well. This farm eco has exploded. Horse color is in as well, but JagWarrior is on his way to Castle Age. I think though you're gonna get a few knights to get this, and you're gonna be able to afford knights because JagWarrior is not on gold yet, and these archers are in. This is looking really rough. This could be a Castle Age into GG situation. Another Vil goes down. So long as Twuggle doesn't throw these archers away. I think Siege is the play if you're JagWarrior. It's the only solution in Castle Age. Knights aren't going to cut it. And the Vils are running. It's a bloodbath. 30 Vils to 42. And dropping the mule carts. Trying to go, but we do have archers on the wood line, and they're just going to dive the tower. And let's see how this goes. This is interesting. I think Twuggle is going to kill a lot, but I think we could potentially lose all the archers as well. Now, if JagWarrior like walls him in, or he doesn't even have to wall him in. He can kind of just stop the mule cart here, and you might need to drop a wall there. Archers get out. Lost quite a few, but maybe it's worth it. You are on the way to Castle Age now, though, yourself, and there's a lot of weak archers in here. JagWarrior, though, has the res for only one knight. Lion's going to get killed, though. Huge kill for the Lion. And it's all come crumbling down. Just this tower was just a little bit delayed, and there's no more upgrades on the knights. It's just a knight. It's gonna get one. TC fire helps out. Second one goes down, and these archers are just gonna chill rent free. There's an idle Vil in here. There's still 5 idle Vils in here. Well, 4 and a mule cart. Mule cart gets out finally. And 22 Vils. This is rough. Knight is going to come out and cut off some reinforcements though. Archers come back. Being very annoying. And Castle Age is about to hit here. And it should be crossbow bodkin straight away. There's so much res for Twuggle. Res collected is 3k res ahead by this point, just from the harassment. If you think that they were like 36 to 38 on the eco count, like this is just so much damage. And the 2 mule carts in there actually. The mule carts! The mule carts are throwing. In comes Bodkin. Don't have crossbow yet. He should be on the way somewhere. Click crossbow, man. You got so many archers out. He's not had another TC yet either. There's a knight. Knights are over here trying to look for some damage. Bit of a desperation play. JagWarrior is just hanging on by the skin of his teeth. We'll see. Archers will come back to do this. There's crossbow, and crossbow should make light work of these knights. Knights with no bloodlines, no armor. Even archers with bodkin are doing decently. And yeah, the knights go down. The knight over here is going to go down as well. And these guys are just on stand ground. So annoying. And Twoggle's just gonna keep massing. These scouts are still over here. 4 scouts with the full HP, and there is the siege workshop. And we still don't have anyone on gold. So actually affording siege is going to be a tricky situation. And this tower will actually go down pretty soon. And I suspect... Ooh, the other archers are going to be moving across soon pretty soon as well. Second TC for Twuggle now, just cementing his advantage. He's kept his foot on the gas quite nicely. And the scouts are back. Scouts are back. I don't think these scouts will do much, but it's all bodies. Vills have ejected. I'm actually going to get a crossbow kill. We do have a mangonel. Go on, give me the money shot. Okay, thanks Capture Age for freezing. He has cleared the crossbows actually, but there are more crossbows here. Yeah, I mean the problem was this tower didn't go up quick enough. Which is quite easy. That's sort of the first thing. I think the second thing was, yeah, the immediate siege is probably the play rather than knights. But he has made the right call now, and he has got food. He is not okay. We are getting bowsaw. And hopefully Capture Rage won't freeze for the next money shot. Third TC though coming down for Twuggle, and he can go for his own knights. And at this stage of the game, you know, Twuggle can afford the upgrades to get on the knights, and his knights will just be better than Georgian knights. And there's only one of them out. Well, let's see. There's Twuggle. I don't know if Twuggle saw the mangonel. It's lurking around here. You don't quite know where the crossbows have run to. Ooh, double back. Twuggle doesn't want to take that crossbow fight. But I think this game is well and truly over, to be honest, but I don't think JagWarrior realises that, or if he does, he doesn't want to give it up. But we'll see. We've seen some crazy comebacks. Have. Interesting choice. I guess it's not actually that hard on gold. Twuggle could click up pretty soon, actually. I think I'd like to see ballistics, though. That'd be the maybe that's what the university's for. But here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's a decent shot. Get some damage. There's some weak crossbows in there. But let's see if Twuggle's got the moves. There's spears now. Spears. Trouble. Oh, nice shot actually. The spears pathing. And yeah, spears just not engaging. Through the fight. Yeah, Twuggle's got such a massive massive crossbow. He's got the castle for a stone now. Does he place the castle forward, or does he go for a safe one? It's kind of an in-between one. It's not bad though, actually, because I think if you're dropping this and clicking up, then it's pretty good. Like, you can tread push from here pretty well, and it's on the hill, so it's just a shame it doesn't fully deny that gold. And like how we're gonna pick off that. And here come the crossbows. 32 crossbows. And we need an enormous mangonel shot, but it is shooting uphill, so actually the crossbows will tank it. Nice pullback, and nice use of the light cav. I kind of questioned the light cab. I wondered why not just knights, and he's adding knights now. And the GG is called. It's 1-0 to Twuggle. It was pretty close until it wasn't. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. I think crucial error for JagWarrior, letting the archers in. But easier said than done to keep it out. He housewalled. He did what he could to try and get that tower up. But yeah, aside from that, bit more damage limitation and maybe a siege workshop first. Even went after the archers were in. I think possibly could have been the window to get back into it, but it wasn't to be. It was indeed a brutal archer rush, I will say. But yeah, let's res collected. 10k more res for Twuggle, and I daren't look at the KD. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I guess a lot of the crossbow just died to the tower and the TC in the end and got picked up. But army high 43 to 8 is just brutal, and the eco KD. You can see here, this is the moment that it all came crashing down, and it never really recovered. What was the eco KD? 31 to 2. So actually, JagWarrior didn't do a bad time at actually keeping his TCs running, but actually 4 TCs in only less than 4 minutes idle time is really good going from Twuggle. But we'll move on to game 2. Game 2 will be the map pick of JagWarrior. I'll just put the civs up. So I imagine JagWarrior will want to play High Tides. So we saw a win with Vietnamese and a loss with the Georgians. And I think JagWarrior is going to go Lithuanians here. It's what he's been playing on this map. And I think Twuggle will probably go... I think it'll be Huns or Hindustani. I think he'll use Byzantines on Bay. Because that's his solo map. But we'll see. And interesting. Okay. So JagWarrior has gone for the mentality that if he's gonna have to win both maps, he might as well deal the psychological blow of winning his opponent's home map first. And he's actually gone for Lithuanians on it. So this is Twuggle's home map, and Twuggle has played Byzantines plenty here. I think, did someone else have Bay in the other group? I feel like I've seen a lot of Bay, and a lot of Byzantines on it as well. But yeah, Lithuanians, great civ. Start with the extra food. You can use that extra food to go to wood early. You're going to go to wood early to get your dock up early, get your fish out early, and still have a very, very quick uptime. That is the beauty of the Lithuanian start. Byzantines, meanwhile, don't have any eco bonuses as such. They have a lot of good options though, a lot of trash. The fire ships firing faster is of course going to mean that the water control is going to be firmly in Twuggle's advantage. Even with a slower uptime, fire ships take so long that if you can get your Byzantine one out, then you're going to be absolutely fine. Very open though this for Twuggle. It could be a bit awkward, but JagWarrior is not much better than himself. So we'll see. JagWarrior could potentially just ignore the water. We have seen him ignore the water on high tides, and there is not actually that much fish in the grand scheme of things. It is 1800 food, which sounds like a lot, but if you go for land pressure early, hit your opponent before they're walled with a scout rush, for example, because this map is a little bit awkward to wall, it could be quite devastating. So I think both approaches will work for the Byzantines. I think with for the Lithuanians, I think with Byzantines you definitely wanna be docking though. Let's see. JagWarrior's redemption. Yeah, not losing the Ville this time. Good stuff. This much on wood though does suggest that there is going to be a dock pretty soon. But yeah, Lithuanians get the faster trash. Byzantines get the cheaper trash. So up to you to decide which you prefer. Byzantines get very cheap camels. Lithuanians get lightest and very strong knights. So we've sort of got the civ of powerful units against the civ of cheap units in all manner of matchups. I've certainly played Lithuanians into camel civs before, into straight camel. Just when you've got the relic advantage, it still works. Both getting loom. JagWarrior getting loom because he's housed, but we'll just call it getting loom. Loom for Twuggle, I'm not quite sure why. I suppose he's wanting to dock, so he doesn't want to risk having the Ville out there. But yeah, dock up first for JagWarrior. Not quite got the wood for a fishing ship. And actually, if he didn't go for the mill, he could get the fishing ship. Actually, he's got the fishing ship anyway. I take it back. I was going to say if he didn't build the mill, he could afford the fishing ship, but he dropped off and he had enough for both. Trust the process. Bringing in the other second boar. Very well timed, as that boar was just finishing up. We could of course see more archers from Twuggle, but I feel like playing into camel might be preferential. I suppose you gotta weigh up what your opponent's doing, and when you're Byzantines. Very much so. JagWarrior just slightly ahead on the res collector thanks to having two fishing ships out, as Twoggle's just getting the first one out. And Twuggle going for some small walls this time. We've seen him go for like big walls before on this map, like across and then down. I think certainly seen other players do that. But JagWarrior here as well is setting up for some small walls too. So two fishing ships to two, and JagWarrior up first once again. He just gets the third fishing ship out. We'll see if he is going to go to gold. So it looks like there will be fire galleys made. Is he going to add a second dock? Is he going to add a barracks? Remains to be seen. I think if you scout the opponent, I think you can probably see what they're up to. Would be a good decision. If you don't see a barracks on your enemy's side, then I think maybe a second dock would be a good investment if you go hard enough on the food, but hard enough on the wood even. Especially against Byzantines. I think one dock to one, I think you're never gonna win the water, but maybe if you're not desperate to win water, you're just harassing water, then it could be fine. And actually this feudal timing is way in JagWarrior's favour. So he is going to get some good damage down with the fire before Twuggle is up. He is going to scout the dock. And fire galley is out and he is going to go for a second dock. Looks like. It's the only reason I can imagine that she's hanging around here. And he's actually changed his mind and he's just gone for the second fire galley. Whoa. Scout, gotta be careful. Why does this pop up? Twuggle has not done too much scouting. He's gonna check here and see if there's a second dock, and fire galley is out and Scout getting some harassment, and this should be a Ville kill unless there's some quick wall shenanigans. Quick wall? Maybe not. There's fire ships harassing your fishing at the same time, and the Scout's going to come back in and get some harassment on this other Ville. And a bit of a misplay from Twuggle not to bring the Vill that's being attacked over to the other Vills. And that's the second Vill pick just from one scout. Really nicely played. Fire Galley though. We've got 2 Fire Galleys out before Twoggle's even getting his first out. And the res are looking very good for Castley actually right now. Will need some buildings. The barracks is up though. And I think all this fish is probably going to go down and they just got to focus fire. Third one is on the way. Byzantine fires are strong, but I don't think they can 2v1. And this scout is being a menace. 6-0 on the Eco KD. Much better start, and he's just finding these Vills that are left out in the cold on their own. He's going to jump inside the TC, and Scout's just playing Ring Around the Rosie. And now the food eco is not there for Twuggle, and JagWarrior is looking in a really good position here. If he can get up faster and then go hard on land pressure as well, then it could be really nice. But his fish, I think you've got enough damage on the fish to be honest. I think even you win this. Yeah, it looks like it. So yeah, really nice job. It's going to add an extra fire. I don't mind that at all. Just keeping those fish alive a bit more. Does need to make a farm transition though soon, and it is going to do it as soon as I say that. So good job from JagWarrior to recognize that, because these fish are certainly under threat, more so than a farming eco would be. So you got a lot of wood fills here. You got a lot of wood. And anything a market and clicking up would also be pretty good. Twuggle is getting his own farms down, does need to, but this scout is still hoovering around solo. And 2v1 with the 2 repair vills though. Scout finally goes down. This is the hero Fire Galley. Another scout has been made though. And scout goes down. This Vill might go down, but the Fire Galley is blocking. And she isn't going to die. Still though, the time spent over here, JagWarrior's fishing ships have just been working away. And there's only 800 fish left in this pond. So, considering it was like 1800 at the start, I think it's fine for JagWarrior to just give this up now. You've taken more fish. Your opponent's investing 5 ships now that you're not. You're a farming eco set up. You got the market. He's got castlage. So yeah, good job. A little bit of idle TC time. Actually, the Vill count has evened up because of that. But the extra working fish does mean JagWarrior is ahead in res collected. The harassment also from the scout, doing some emotional damage on Twuggle. Always hurts to lose a few Vills, particularly to just one unit. So yeah, I'm imagining a monastery, get some knights out. The relics mostly up at the top. There's 3 along the belt of the pant, and there's sort of 2, 1 on each side for the relic positions. Going to be important going forwards. Byzantines do love their monks as well, of course. They are faster healing, which is a pretty underrated bonus, I think. I don't know if you ever had it where you've dived like a load of Byzantine monks with light cav, and then suddenly your light cav just starts getting converted and they can't even kill through the monk healing. It's kind of insane. And JagWarrior is on stone, so he's actually going to want to go lightest. I think a couple of scouts early though will be pretty good, but Twuggle should see this, and he should know what this means. Twuggle himself doesn't have easy access to stone either. His stone is all the way out here. Just more Vills in queue for now. We did see Bloodlines. Getting some stone walls up at the back. Nice for protection. But yeah, and the dock is gone, the Lithuanian dock. And the Byzantine fish are just gonna fish away, and Rest Collector is swung back in Twoggle's favour. He's had a few more Vills working on the way up to Castle Age. He's taken back some of the fish. And yeah, it's a pretty even game now. Though I will say, lightest are lightest. Even if you've got cheap camels, even if you've got cheap spears. And JagWarrior's gone for a very early TC up here, actually. I missed that. But you should start pulling ahead in the Vill lead. Okay, so if he's not adding knights, I like the decision to go for the second TC. Develop the eco. He's got to invest that. He had a lot of food and gold piled up. It's good to get invested in something. And cavalry armor is coming as well, and the stone is almost there for a castle. There are scouts out, but the scouts are not gonna... Well, they could deny the castle, but probably not for too long, I would imagine. We do have the stone for the castle. Where's it gonna go is the question. I imagine it'll be safe, especially once your opponent just hits Castle Age. Light Cav is on the way, and this could get awkward quite quickly. Might want to relocate this castle, as suddenly the scouts show up. That's very unfortunate, and this might be the problem with the lack of military. Castle foundation is deleted, and the gaps are getting plugged. Spears are coming out as well, though. Light Cav is in, though, and a few Vills survive, and the wall's complete. And I don't think there's a hole around here. There's no overchop just yet. He's don't want to avoid that. And now he... Oh, he's gone for the castle up here. Okay. I'd have gone for it in here somewhere to protect this eco. But I suppose this eco is also exposed, so... Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. And if your opponent doesn't see it, you might catch him off guard. He might think he's just denied the castle completely, and the castle's been given up on. But it'd be strange for someone to give up on the castle. And we're going to need to wall behind this, because this palisade will go down quite quickly to Light Cav. We do have some super speedy spears though. And the armor is coming in for the spears as well. We're not going to wall it, we're just going to bring the spears. Now, of course, Byzantines don't get bloodlines, but that was slightly underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. Gonna need some more spears out pretty soon, and some Lightus down to help would be good as well. Lightus on the way. I don't know why not just add a knight or two here. You got the upgrades. Could start this farm if he's feeling annoying. Oh, actually, it's got 25 HP. And yeah, kind of sloppy from JagWarrior not to go for this. Twuggle is on his second TC back here as well, so he's farming away nicely. Getting the Vill count. Does have a slight Vill lead, not by too much, not compared to last game anyway. And taking quite a bit of damage. They do have the first armor and both attack upgrades, so they are blasting these spears, and the Lightest go down to the camel, which is really unfortunate. The gather point's just over here, and they're just running through the camel. And JagWarrior has just struggled with the damage control both of these games. That's most of the light cav down, but there's still no easy way to kill this, and just hope this Lightest doesn't get picked off by these camels. Twoggle's very fast on the camels. Mangonel should go down, does go down. But JagWarrior needs to master the Lightest. They're just they're just dead on arrival is the problem there. Because this gather point is just set so far away. But third TC is coming down. And I think the pikeman upgrade would do wonders as well right now. Pikeman do so much better against these units than the spear does. We are struggling for food though at the moment. These vills have been hopping in and out of the TC like there's no tomorrow. And back in they get, and back out they get. Most of them anyway. And the camels are ready. 15 camels. Ready to rock and roll. Couple of monks coming out from the top as well. Another light cav goes down, and that could be the end of this annoying bit of army, but there is still this hole here. Okay, and all those go down, but there is now a mangonel on the wood line. Gets the Vil. And JagWarrior's just got to go hard on the pikeman when he sees this massive camels, and he's going for a defensive castle all the way in the back. And there's still 15 vills sat in here. Hill forts. Hill forts is a really good upgrade here, actually. So hill forts will give more range to the TCs and actually deny these mangonels. So that's actually a really smart thinking there. And actually, probably both these TCs will range a lot of the camels as well. So in comes hill forts. Let's see. There we go. There's hill forts. Slightly underwhelming on the damage. If we got fletching, it'd be really good. But the mangonels don't want to sit there now. This barracks going down would be a very big problem though, because that is our only military building that's making useful army at this moment. We need another. And Byzantines clicking up to the Imperial Age with still loads of res floating. And we might see another Twuggle forward castle into Imp. Double bit axe coming in. Nothing like double bit axe when your opponent's on the way to Imp. Yeah, I think JagWarrior both these games has just struggled a bit with the damage control. He's an aggressive player. When he's on the front foot, he's doing well. But he kind of just crumbles a little bit under the pressure, and Twuggle takes a little bit longer to get up and get going. But once he's up and once he's in these situations, he looks pretty formidable. As I think once this goes down, and once Imp comes in, I think it's going to be a difficult time for JagWarrior. What is the range of this TC? 9 range. So Bombard Cannon and Trebs will both make light work of the TCs, and the castle of course. TCs actually have more range than the castle at the moment because there's no fletching. But that's it. JagWarrior is a fighter, and he won't want to give it up too soon.
Yeah, he's just so insanely good. Every time I watch on Turkey,
Yo, thank you for the follow.
I just have so much.
Welcome to the stream.
And I can't get rid of it. I don't know.
Fletching on the way. Twuggle in Imp. Twuggle just about got the stone for a castle and is going to build it on his enemy's stone pile. It's a good position. Is JagWarrior? JagWarrior won't see it. There's a few lights down now, up to 7 lights. There's 5 more in queue. And he is getting vills out up here. Heavy camel though, and the final armor. It's tough to see how this base survives. The eco count is actually pretty decent at the moment, but there is about 56 exposed villagers down here, or soon to be exposed, so gonna need to get some damage done pretty soon, and I think the light is coming over to raid. 13 plus 5 attack, so 3 relics in for JagWarrior. Treb should be on the way any second now. Twuggle though, run out of gold at home, just gonna take some more. Ooh, 2 mangonels go down. All 3 mangonels go down, actually. Good job there. And in come the lightest. These camels do have the full armor upgrades, so they're looking pretty fine. Lightest got a kill over here. Let's see, what does Twuggle... Okay, so Twuggle does know this is all up here, so he's just focusing on this for now. No trip though yet, still. I just sell some of that food, man. It's got the fish traps going. Not quite Black Forest style, but pretty good nonetheless. Camel's gonna get that, and Elitis goes down. And yeah, Elitis are strong, but they're not quite this strong. Imp is on the way though for JagWarrior, and he actually has the Vil lead right now. He has been on the back foot, but he has managed to boom his way back into this, and he's going for monasteries, which I do like. He can get his monk upgrades. I don't know what monk upgrades he's got so far. If you get block printing and sanctity, then I like it a lot. I would just like a barracks though, and the pikeman upgrade and some more pikes, because your opponent is on full camel and he's adding hussar, and your pikes are super speedy, so it's perfect. And then you can keep raiding with the lightest, up to 23 lightest actually. But the trebs are going to start coming out, and this double stack of Byzantine castles is going to be super rough to try and push back. Which one's the Imp? Okay, Imp TC is up here, so Imp TC is safe. And that's not a good fight for the camels. They were not engaging, and they were just getting slaughtered by the lightest and the castle fire. Bodkin coming in for the castles as well. 4 trebs out. Murder holes 2. So we'll see 7v10 over here on the camels and the lightest. Twuggle add in another TC. The TC number 5, as JagWarrior loses his starting TC. And it's just not quite the military to push, but I'm not sure Twuggle wants to take this fight for too long underneath the castle. He's actually going to clear it up. And now the trebs start trebbing the castle. I thought that fight could have gone quite a bit worse. Might have been better to play it safe, but now there is no lightest. There are lightest over here though. Getting some raids in. Trying to repair the castle, but against the treb stack, not happening. And the monk's going to go down as well. And yeah, all this eco is going to die. JagWarrior is just up at the top now. He does have eco up here. 37 vills only though. And all of this should die. There's only 2 lighters here, and there's no more production. And the Trebs are going to kill everything. Lighters though getting some good damage in. And Twuggle hasn't noticed this either, just yet. Okay, he does notice it now. Took a little bit of time to react. Oh yeah. Massacre of the camel on the Vils. As the final armor is coming in now for JagWarrior on the lightest. 113 Vils to 42. And there is not a Vil to be seen down here. Going to take out the market. Always a good... markets and blacksmiths, underrated buildings to try and destroy. You never know what's researching a blacksmith. And it's unlikely they've got another one, so it's going to be very inconvenient. But JagWarrior's only got these 12 lighters. He's got 4 more somewhere else. I imagine they're up here. And he's trying. He's getting the farms down. Only 6 on food at the moment, though. He has got quite a lot of wood floating, though, to get some farms down. And these TCs actually have Bracer and Chemistry, so they're doing a good job against the Lightest. Lightest 5 pierce armor, TC doing 9 damage. I don't know if that's... I don't actually know how the arrows work for the TC. Is it like one main arrow and then a load of other ones do 1 damage each or something? But these Lightists getting whittled down. Should die pretty soon. And here come the Trebs and the Camels up at the top. And yeah, that's it. Some more desperation Lightists being made, but this game has been over for some time, I think. 1 traitor camel. Castle goes down. GG is called. Well played, Twuggle. Clean 2-0. Nice camel transition after the light calf. Getting that, or spotting that castle foundation and getting there in good time. But yeah, kind of a mistake to let those light cav in here. They caused so much issues, because actually the boom was pretty good from JagWarrior, all things considered, with the expansion up at the top. Could have been very good heading into the late game, but yeah, Twuggle getting some damage in the mid game. Sticks his foot on the gas, booms behind it, up to 128 Vils, and some really nice clinical imp timing into Trebs and getting some vital upgrades. Heavy camel came in nice and soon, as did the armor. But yeah, good stuff, and I believe that secures Twuggle's place in the final.